If you were a serial killer, what would be your signature thing that you'd leave at every crime scene? A lot of evidence. I know me. This would be my signature. I'd just see how many murders I could commit in a speed run, leaving piles of my hair, and ejaculate at the scene, because my whereabouts must remain secret, but not necessarily my identity. If you're going for a speed run, I would recommend against using the ejaculation strat, unless you're confident in your refractory period not holding you back. A Furby. I was about to say the same thing. What the duck? I guess we all would find it original, to say the least. Scatter some glitter. My sew was inspired by this. Use a funnel to pour glitter up the corpse's nose. Only the medical examiner will ever find it. Apostrophe. This kinda happened on Isenby. A guy got killed with a glitter bomb birthday card. There was glitter everywhere, but what killed him was an allergy to peanuts, and peanut powder was hidden in the glitter. Wasn't found in his stomach contents, just the nose/tongue. Shit, I just gave someone an idea. This is solid research. Thank you guys. Always happy to help. The tips are given by real professionals in the industry, so don't worry. The number of victims so far. Then I'd start skipping some numbers and leave them worried they didn't find victim 14 or the 17. Or start the count from a random high number like #61 so they think you're a real pro. Then add some elaborate details #132, 360 no scope. A glove that's too small for my hand. And a pack of Magnum condoms. Breaking news. The Pussy Slayer has struck again. Break into a blood bank in another state. Commit a bloodless murder. Like by strangulation. Then spray the stolen blood all over the place. Wait. Strangulation is bloodless? I must have been doing this wrong. Just keep practicing. You'll get it eventually. A piece of Lego under their foot. Cop, stepped on a Lego. This can go under natural cause of death of the cop. There's a crowbar sticking out of his head. Cop, and clearly the pain was so unbearable that killed himself with the crowbar. Open and shut case. Johnson. Apostrophe. Something completely random every time. That are in no way connected to each other. A coma bottle of hand sanitizer, 3 fresh paper towels. Half a jar of mayonnaise, 13 safety pins, 5 different style buttons, and on and on. Looks at 3/4 jar of mayo. I must prepare more sandwiches before I can continue killing. Apostrophe. r/knock and text. A post-it note saying sorry for the mess. Courtesy of you friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Spider-Man as a serial killer is a Spider-Man universe I would kill. To see. Take a picture of the body using the victim's cell phone and post it on their Facebook with the caption, maybe someone should call an ambulance /view 200D. Or guess who had a serious case of the Mondays? This guy /view 200D. Feeling cute. Might get murdered later. /view 200D. String of hair belonging to a previous victim. So what about the first victim then? String of hair of the very last victim. Duh. Irrelevant addresses. Which lead to more irrelevant addresses. Police'll never find me. Nope, they will just go to the address you didn't leave. And please don't come and kill me if I have somehow cracked the code. By the 5th or 6th body you leave your own address. They already know the addresses are irrelevant, so now you're in the clear. 1 piece of cooked elbow macaroni. Do you cook up 1 pot of designated murder macaroni, or is it just like you save 1 whenever you happen to be making macaroni and feel like murderoni? I would use the crime scene to advertise my cleaning products. We are talking stain removers, glass cleaners, microfiber cloths, etc. Because as we all know, the most important part of committing a crime is a clean getaway. Apostrophe. So you would be known as Mr. Clean? Hopefully. Would be a damn shame if a less creative member of the press inadvertently coined their name as the Lysol Lacerator or the Till Executioner. Serial. The serial killer. Your next Weetabix. This kill was sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. This is gonna change everything. A body. Got him. An IOU coupon for one slice of pizza with the number of a random fast food place in a different area. Put a hollowed melon on the heads of my victims. They shall call me Melon Lord. Put a pumpkin instead. Oh my goodness. It's Jack the Cover. Apostrophe. Everyone hail to Pumpkin King. The FBI loves creating these topics on here. Silence you. Silence. He's invisible. We'll never catch him. One single red apple or one single green apple. Red means I'm planning to kill another, or green means you're gonna chill for a little time. If there was an apple pie made of both red and green apples, what would that mean? It's a mystery then. Let's face it, Op is just an FBI agent writing ideas down so in 20 years or so when some duckhead goes postal and kills a bunch of people he can cash in on the $100K reward for the FBI 10 most wanted. Let's be honest, those of us likely to go on a killing spree aren't going to mention it here. We'll just take notes. The first note being, don't talk to friends and family. Second note, trust no one, even if they claim they are not serial killers. Only if you have time, dispose of the body, draw a chalk outline for the cops and leave a note that says to late random name keep doing this for multiple kills, but leave behind a different name each time. The cops will believe that it is a group of people rather than one person and go on a wild goose chase hunting down random people for no reason. Just dispose the body and prepare the room as if it already has been seen by scientific police. Chalk outline. False evidence with the little sign next to them. False ballistic lines. Analyzes and so on. The great part about this is that you can do it with or without murder involved. Let's just leave a slice of pizza on their face. But why? A photo of a raccoon at different famous landmarks around the world. Why is this serial killing raccoon so good at taking photos, Johnson? These are pictures of different raccoons, then they make out, or whatever. Strangely, not the laziest writing I've seen in a porn script. 25 25-inch dragon dildos. The press will call me the dragon dildo donger, because I will beat them to death with at least one of those said 25-inch dragon dildos. Wow. You must have some serious dough to drop dozens of dragon dildos on the dead. Dough to drop dozens of dragon dildos on the dead /r/alliteration. A chess piece with a note that says your move. On my final victim there would be a broken king piece with a note saying chick matter a sorry game piece. Edit. Bad grammar. Your move. That's a double homicide. Cause you just murdered grandma as well. Yowses. I'd only kill farmers and leave them in the middle of crop circles. Blood completely drained. Ideally, this would get UFO believers to think the feds are covering up aliens and get them protesting my crime scenes, potentially corrupting them. Favorite one so far, it's genius. I'd leave a dictionary with maybe 3 or 4 words circled. Jibbergononivarupiao. Dictionary, gonna. A fingerprint of the person so. That's so evil. I love it. Are you taking notes? Or is your origami cranes? Rain intensifies. Leave a note that says the pee pee poo poo man was here. Nobody will take the news seriously. I just want to hear a newscaster say the pee pee poo poo man in a straight voice. So do I, damn it. A DVD rip of a Criminal Minds episode. It'll leave them in order too. Make sure you skip an episode every so often, just to add extra confusion to the situation. Maybe skip some filler or bad episodes. Those digit birthday candles, stabbed into the victim's eye sockets. Start with 01, then another 01, then 02, then 03, 05, 08, 13, 21, 34, and so on. I'd carve swastikas into their foreheads and wait to see how long it takes for the media to name me the Fibonacci. As terrible a reputation you would get. ABD, as much as I want to be mad, your serial killer name has made me chuckle. I mean, I'm already a serial killer. I don't think PR is my top priority at that point. Probably a yodeling pickle. It'd be too easy for the authorities to find someone who placed an unusually large order of yodeling pickles. No, it won't. A chrysanthemum in some countries, it's a symbol of death, so it's quite literal in this case. Found the serial killer. It's Severus Snape. I would leave a card with a "RU" on my victim's chest after I kill them for the police to find. Just carve a "RU" into the victim's chest. Don't waste paper. I was thinking of the Vietnam War when US soldiers left cards on the dead Vietnamese soldiers. A single slice of salami over each nipple of the victim. You're gonna get called the Salami Slayer. A title of honor. Notes that are each variations of "oh man he's dead, whoops, oh may oh my be. Oh duck, this is awkward, haha." A bomb. So when the cops arrive at the crime scene, they'll be blown up. Then the second group of cops will go. That's when I'll do the next crime. That is a big brain. Dude's just gonna take a Snickers from the 7-Eleven. A Bible with a random section highlighted. Ideally, a section that's not actually part of the Bible text, like the printing company or the publisher information. A nice wholesome meme, so the investigators can have an AWW moment at work. Solving murders can be stressful. I'm the meatball murderer. In the days leading up to the murder, I leave meatballs in odd places around them, a meatball on their desk at work. For example, after the murder, the police will find a bowl of gluten-free spaghetti on the front porch of their house. You've been meatballed. Leave the water running, so they call you the wet bandits. This is from Home Alone, right? Buy a 1,000-piece puzzle. Cut victim's face in shape of one of the pieces as signature. Start from top left of the puzzle and make sure the pieces connect. And other fun quarantine activities for the family. I would cut off the hands of my victims so that I can put their fingerprints in future crime scenes, just to confuse the duck out of the detectives. Additionally, if I killed them with a gun or knife, I would wear gloves so that my prints would be hidden, and keep the knife safe so that I can put my next victim's prints on it and leave it at their crime scene. That way, there's an interconnected web of prints, and it would look like some sort of ritual where one person carries out a killing only to be killed themselves by someone else, and the cycle repeats itself. I will have thus created a cult that the police will be too distracted with to actually discover it was me. Also, just to be safe, I could cut off the faces of these people and wear it like a mask in the event that someone sees me or I'm caught on camera. Obviously I would pad up my clothing too to throw off any physiological forensics. Edit. I realize the last part is a bit unrealistic, but it was pretty cool in Silence of the Lambs. I feel like cutting the hands off would definitely tip people off to the fact that the killer is placing the prints. This is the part where you have to get your VPN running hot and start feeding information about your cult online to anonymous and dark websites. You make it all about hands. Say something like, the left hand, it is sacred. You must not touch it. The right hand, it is foul. You must cut it from your victim and cast it into acid. Apostrophe. Articles from Nature or Cell relevant to who I'm killing mailed on the victim's head, for example. Vaccine studies for an anti-vaxxer. Crush a flat earther's head with a globe. Lethal paper cut on a round earther with a map. I would remove their teeth and fingerprints. And they would call me the overkill killer. There was a movie with the same idea. Can't remember what it was called, but it was based in Hawaii and the killers targeted tourists, so it was extra hard to identify the bodies without fingerprints and teeth. Super good twist in that movie. A perfect getaway. Steve Zahn is ducking awesome in that movie. A review. The victim was a runner. Thanks for cardio lol, but too much of a screamer. 3/5 apostrophe. I'd leave a condom around a banana to make everyone wonder WTF. My GF as a forensics analyst said that's nowhere near a WTF piece of evidence. Pretty tame, actually. Apostrophe. Nice try, FBI. Almost gotcha there. Ha. Ha. Haha. I gotta get out of here. A piece of paper that says, if you found this note you're Gail Mayo. Detective, shit. Hey Jerry, come check this out. He's probably a psychopath. Latest show prints. I have quite a feminine build under the right lighting and long hair. My beard is my biggest problem though. Does your beard fit behind a mask? It's a good idea to wear one for safety anyway these days. It does. I could probably shave the sides, trim the front, and it would be pretty well hidden. It could probably grease it up to look fake. One item from that one junk drawer everyone has. Advantages 1. Police will be very confused because the items have nothing to do with the victim, crime, or each other. 2. They also can't track me down through purchases of these items because it's just random shit I've had for at least a decade. 3. I get to finally clean out my junk drawer. 3. The best reason to start serial killing. Yelp review. 3/5 loved the screaming, but the bastard didn't want to die. Apostrophe. My targets would be pedophiles, and I leave a picture of Epstein at every scene with a note on the back saying, didn't kill himself either. A good serial killer, I love it. The names and addresses of about 30 random people. It would tie up the investigation team for a while on useless stuff. Yeah, like someone was earlier here, I was thinking just use a lint roller at like a nightclub on some random stuff and leave hella hairs from at least dozens of people at the scene. I would put a sticky note that says no fishing. Ed paint riddles to help find me. Along the way they learn a valuable life lesson. The real murderer was the friends we made along the way. Okay, so here's the plan. Right. I'm going to put the symbols for a series of lower down. One at each crime scene. This will have 3 effects. 1. Make the police assume I'm from New Orleans, and probably also black too. Raise awareness for voodoo in common culture. 3. Start at least one aggressive conversation between a white girl named Becky who studies serial killers as a hobby and an actual voodoo practitioner who cannot ducking deal with this touristy twat. Absolutely nothing. No, why? That's how you keep from getting caught. Why the duck is this not higher? Because it's not as fun as pouring glitter into sinus cavities, or removing a single organ from the first victim and adding it to the next. Realistically, it also depends on what serial killer game you are playing. If you are going for points and want to be recognized, then you need to have a way to track all the victims and have them attributed to you. If you are just doing it for personal satisfaction, then you'd do nothing at all and your numbers would easily reach the hundreds, but they would never be attributed to you. A turd. Not mine, but someone's. Hey, thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.